Amigas y amigos del Instituto Municipal de Cultura y Educación, es para nosotros un honor compartir con ustedes esta pequeña plática con Nadine, soprano internacional, que la noche de ayer se presentó en el Teatro Isauro Martínez en su primera presentación en nuestra ciudad. Esto realizado en el marco de actividades del Festival del Mitote Lagunero. Y pues hoy tenemos la oportunidad de platicar con ella un poco sobre lo que vivimos en la mágica noche de ayer. Pleasure to have this little chat with you.
Thank you.
How are you? How are you today?
I'm well. I'm a little tired from last night, but I'm really well. I had a great time. It was a very exciting night and a really nice audience, I have to say. People are very warm and very welcoming here. So, yeah, it was really a pleasure, and maybe there will be a chance that I can come back.
First of all, you have the opportunity to travel around the world and know the best theaters in the world. And now you arrive to our city, and I would like to know how it was your first impression of Isauro Martínez Theater.
Oh, it was beautiful. Actually, my very first impression was with the acoustics. I really liked, because, you know, we opera singers, we don't sing with microphones. So we really rely on the theater space to carry the voice, and also it makes it fun for us singers when our voices can ring in a theater. It makes singing a lot easier and just more enjoyable. And that was the first thing I noticed, was that the theater has a very nice sound to it when you don't have a microphone, which is great. And maybe the energy also. The energy was very, very warm, very positive. And I know that a lot of very nice singers have sung in this theater. I heard last night a story that Plácido Domingo sang in this theater, and he did one of his first debuts in this theater, actually, before he went to Tel Aviv when he was very young. So I don't know, to know a little bit of that history and be in the same space is very nice. It's kind of a full circle moment for me, because of course even me, when I was very young, I looked up to someone like Plácido Domingo. So it's very nice.
Of course, you realize that it's a very important theater in our country.
Yes.
Since you know that Plácido Domingo sang there.
It has significance, and it's lovely to feel that energy.
Amazing. And second question, just allow me. I'm talking about last night. How do you feel the energy of the people? Because they were so excited that they even started to clap before you end your songs.
Yeah. I thought that was very sweet, you know. I think there's this perception sometimes, which I can understand, that opera or classical music, you know, people have to be a certain way. Like they can't clap too loudly, or they can't clap in the middle of a song, or, you know, maybe in a way there's a bit of an etiquette or manners that people have to have. And I like when there can be a group of people that sort of break those barriers and break off that sort of wall that I think could be between an opera singer and the audience. I don't like that wall. And so the audience last night gave me the opportunity to have a dialogue with them, you know, with their energy, with their enthusiasm, with their generosity. Because I also feel I'm quite a generous performer. And so to receive that energy back, like I did last night, is so nice. It makes it not like I'm performing or I have to feel nervous or I'm working. It's just enjoyable. It's like singing for my family in my living room.
It's a genuine connection, right?
Yeah, yes. And I think that's very important for a live performer.
Of course, totally agree with that. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Next question, let's see. Oh, that's a good question. Definitely you were born to be one of the greatest opera singers of all times, but I wonder how it was your first contact with this art, with opera.
My first contact was when I was 10 years old. I had actually been singing since I was 6 years old, and I was taking voice lessons once a week. But my mom was the one who introduced opera to me when I was 10 through a VHS of the Zeffirelli production of La Boheme at the Met, which is still there now after, I think, a little over 40 years. And I fell in love with it because I thought there was something about it, even though I was so young, I understood right away. I think that happens to kids. You know, it could be in football, it can be in fashion or makeup or whatever. You know, there's just something that children can immediately latch onto that somehow they understand without a proper explanation. And for me, it was that. It was like I was facing my destiny, maybe, even being so young. So it was through my mother. She had the good foresight and instinct to, lead me on that path.
As you said, you faced your destiny, but when you started, did you imagine that you were going to reach the top so young?
I didn't know about reaching the top, but I knew I had the capacity to reach success in the sense of like being able to make what I love into a career. I didn't know how far it would go. I didn't know I could maybe become famous in the world of opera. And it was actually not even something I hoped for because I'm much more introverted than extroverted. So
Really?
to receive that attention sometimes it makes me a little nervous. Because I mean, when I was a kid, I really just focused on the love of the music and how it made me feel. And that's all I wanted to hopefully give to an audience someday when I grew up. So I did imagine I would have a career, but I didn't imagine I would have this career. It was not something I prayed for.
What a beautiful answer.
Yeah, thank you.
The love of music, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Let me see. Next question, please. This question is from one of our press colleagues, and she asked, what is your routine, your main challenge before any show you perform?
I think maybe my main challenge is just to get enough rest. I think that's been the challenge nowadays. Because I work so much and I'm constantly traveling. And I think for anybody that can make someone quite tired. And so nowadays it's just about being able to practice enough, but also have the balance of having the rest in between and then performing. So it's a little bit to juggle, and I'm kind of figuring that out in this moment, because it just seems like I'm always going somewhere else. You know, tomorrow I go to Buenos Aires, like at 4 a.m, and I know that the moment I go to Buenos Aires, everything is going to be very busy and it will be a whirlwind of things. And so I'm going to have to pace myself. And I think that's very important for a vocalist because, you know, we want to be sure that the voice is healthy and that there are no issues. So I would say that.
And definitely it's not the same to rest in your bed or an airport.
No.
Well, let's see.
Definitely not.
Let's see. Next question from the press. This is from our colleague from El Siglo de Torreón. And he wants to know about, and you shared the stage last night with Mario Rojas, one of our tenors from this city. How it was this experience?
It was so nice, and it was such a surprise because I've known Mario now, I think, a little over 10 years. I met him 10 years ago. And he and I have a teacher in common, a Cuban teacher whose name is, Cuban-American. His name is Cesar Ulloa. And I've known Cesar since I was 13 years old, and he's known Cesar also when he was very young, because he still is very young. And so it was very nice. It was a big surprise for me because Mario has always been so lovely to be around. We never had the chance to sing together. And so it was nice. It was very spontaneous. You know, we hadn't had much practice before or anything like that. But But it was lovely.
Just took the opportunity,
Yeah, why not?
of course,
Why not?
that it has to be.
Yes.
Next question. Our friend Ivan asked, you have two shows in Mexico, first in Bellas Artes, in Ciudad de Mexico, and now Torreón. He asks, why Torreón?
Why Torreón?
Why Torreón?
So,
I mean, maybe you have the opportunity to be in one more city or another city in our country, but you choose Torreón.
I actually, because I'm working with Elisa Wagner, she's my producer for this tour. And I think because she has had the personal experience of bringing major artists to Torreón, that she thought I would enjoy it as well. And I always find that when my colleagues or my friends have been to a place and they've had a good time and they've enjoyed not only the city, but I think the overall experience of performing in that particular place, it inspires me to want to go and to want to experience it myself. So I think it's a culmination of that. It's just understanding that the experience from my, top level colleagues has been so nice here that I thought, yeah, I want to be part of that too. I want to enjoy the fruits of Torreón as well. So it was more of a collaborative decision, not just mine. But I'm happy that we did it, and probably I will come back if I get the opportunity. Let's see.
Of course, I hope you will have.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Another more question. I'm talking about the future. What comes for Nadine Sierra in 2026? You have plans to come back to Mexico, maybe Torreón again, or what plans are for Nadine Sierra in 2026?
I don't for now have plans to come to Mexico again. I hope so, because I love coming here. But I am doing a lot of, again, traveling. I'm traveling so much. One thing that's coming up very soon, I'm doing an opera role debut, which, for me, it's not common to do role debuts now, but I'm doing Louisa Miller in Vienna at the Staatsoper. And I'm really excited because it's a new production and there's quite a bit of hype around that, with new productions at the Vienna Staatsoper. It doesn't happen very often. So I'm doing that very soon. And I will go to Madrid, which I'm very happy about, in May and June. I love Spain. I sing a lot in Madrid and Barcelona, so it's
Beautiful
nice to go
country.
back, yes. And I will sing Romeo y Julieta there with, I believe it's Javier Camarena, who is a very nice colleague of mine and a very good friend. I love Javier.
And one of the greatest of our time as well.
Exactly. And such a nice, warm colleague, and friend. So I'm really looking forward to that very much. So these are just little things that are happening, but yeah.
A lot of work
Yes,
for next year.
definitely.
Shows us yesterday that you speak a little bit Spanish. Would you like to share any message to the Mexican people, for the people from Torreón? Any message would you like to share in Spanish, please?
Sure, I will try.
Yeah, you try.
Quiero probar. Era un placer enorme estar aquí. Gracias por todo. Y ya está. Es un placer. Besos.
Thank